I want to go a little bit into art, since we've covered the literary step-by-step transformation. Well, let's get a little bit into art, because they go hand in hand. The first painting I want to talk about is Roger van der Weyden, a Flemish painter. This is circa 1450 or so. He paints a gravely beautiful Magdalene, quietly brooding, discreetly weeping over her past sins. Behind her is a sweep of fields and a rocky landscape. She sits in a small knoll, holding the lid to her precious alabaster pot of ointments. All right, this is a really beautiful painting. Please check it out if you can. All right, the next artist I want to talk about is Donatello, the great Donatello. His wooden statue of Mary Magdalene, well, he takes a different spin on Mary because he portrays her in the Hermit legend as an old, withered hag. In this wooden statue, this examination of human suffering, this is, circa 1455 or so, she's very emaciated. She's hollow-eyed. She's almost toothless. And this statue has an amazing, exceptional grasp of human suffering. And it's a radical departure from portrayals of Mary Magdalene, but it's also a radical departure from Donatello's own work. Please get a look at this statue. It's really, really beautiful. It's an amazing work of art. All right, let me get into my favorite artistic portrayal of Mary Magdalene from Dante Gabriel Rossetti. This is 1858 or so, and he is, of course, one of the great pre-Raphaelite painters. Well, this isn't a painting. It's a highly detailed drawing of Mary M's conversion at the door of Simon the Pharisee. Well, this highly detailed drawing features a very voluptuous Mary, leaving a carnival group of pleasure seekers tearing a cluster of roses from her hair. Her past lovers cling to her feet, and another woman attempts to bar her way. Well, in the side window of the house of Simon the Pharisee, you see Christ, his head, his profile, rayed with light and a sad, contemplative expression. Well, this Christ, this image of stillness and austerity, contrasts the revelry in the street. Rossetti brilliantly exploits the parallel to the canticles, the Song of Songs. Mary M. is resolute in her attempt to reach Christ. She is the bride searching for her bridegroom. Spirituality is invoked in the sensual passion of Rossetti's artistic language. The rose, the flower of both Mary Magdalene and the Virgin Mary. Well, this rose is a symbol of purity and God's love. But it's also a very passionate, musky, fragrant invitation to salvation. Rossetti is, in my opinion, the prime artistic example of Mary Magdalene as the spiritual bride of Christ and the link to the Song of Songs. Now, let's get into a little bit more recent time, the past few decades. Mary Magdalene has been linked to the Holy Grail. This has happened in the last 20, 25 years or so. Two books are responsible for this, the Holy Blood, Holy Grail, and the Da Vinci Code. These are very popular and entertaining works of fiction, perhaps historical fiction, but fiction nonetheless, that are essentially a reworking of the ancient pagan and Christian legends or myths. The Grail, the Holy Grail, is made of flesh. The Grail is the birth canal / pleasure mound of Mary Magdalene. Mary goes to Europe with Joseph of Arimathea. Remember, it's a reworking of the ancient legends. And has a son by Christ, an ancestor. And this bloodline is the bloodline to European nobility. Well, this Grail made of flesh, this holy pleasure mound, this sacred birth canal, is a very pagan image. It's symbolic of the goddess, symbolic of the great mother. The vessel of flesh gives life to the world. Connecting it to Mary Magdalene transforms it into a Christianized form of this ancient pagan image. The Grail, the sacred vessel, is an ancient universal motif. You find it in the Vedic, the Egyptian, the Greco-Roman, the Celtic. It is the feminine symbol of power, the source of all life, the source of all miracles. And in recent years, this has been connected to Mary Magdalene in a variety of ways. Well, wow, what an amazing, amazing journey for us and for Mary Magdalene. I had a lot of fun doing this program. I felt it was about time that Mary got her due, and we examined the suppression of women in the Latin Church. All right. With that thought, we're going to call it a day. We're going to close with a great, great song by Robbie Robertson from his Storyville album called The Resurrection. Take care, ta-ta, and be well.